All right, volleyball fans, we're live here in Mineola, Texas at the Mineola High School Gymnasium with a matchup here between the Quitman Lady Bulldogs and the Mineola Lady Jackets. This is a District 3A matchup, big-time matchup between these two teams. Quitman struggling in the district, coming into the district at 1-4. Mineola come into this district play at 3-2. Big game because Mineola traveled to Quitman the first time around district play and lost to Quitman 3-0. And so Quitman, having a very young team, again struggling this year in the district, showed their strength against Mineola and beat them in 3 straight sets. So big rivalry here between these two schools, very, very close in proximity to one another. So creates a big rivalry between these two schools, and they both put out their best when they come at and play each other. So this game tonight will not be a disappointment by any means, but big-time district implications here as far as district standings go. Mineola, again, 3-2 in the district, having lost to Harmony and also to Quitman. And then also Quitman 1-4 in the district, having only beaten, they're 2-4 in the district. I'm looking on Max Preps here, and so Max Preps hasn't been updated, but I broadcast their game last Tuesday, and they beat Winona, so they're actually 2-4 in the district, having beat Mineola Yellowjackets and the Winona Wildcats. So Quitman 2-4, and then Mineola 3-2 in the district. Harmony sits atop the district, undefeated so far this season, followed by Mount Vernon, who Mineola beat in a 5-set match here at the Mineola Gymnasium. So big game that Mineola won their first game of the district. Mineola 1-5, and then they recently just beat Chapel Hill. So 2 big wins, as those are the top 3 teams in the district, followed by Mineola there. And then Quitman and Winona there at the bottom of the district. Winona hasn't won a game yet in our district, so struggling this year as well. Looking over the rosters before the game, again, didn't realize how young of a team Ashley Lingo at Quitman has, but a very young team, so some promise for the future here in Quitman. But once again, they have the ability to play right now. They just got to be able to put all the pieces together. And Mineola, as we've broadcast all season long, definitely has the talent and definitely has the senior leadership. Mineola just really has to get out of their own way, making a lot of mental mistakes and unforced errors has just been kind of the key to the games Mineola has lost this season. Mineola went off to a very quick, fast start, 8-0 to begin the season, but struggled a bit in the beginning of district play and right before district play, and they're actually sitting at 11-4 now for the season. Quitman coming in at 6-11 for the season. Again, had some struggles in the beginning of the season, figured it out towards the middle, and then recently had a run in with some district foes. Again, Harmony, Chapel Hill, Mount Pleasant, and Mount Vernon are 3 outstanding teams in our district, 3 very difficult teams to play against. This game is just about to get underway. Mineola warming up with their serves, and I'll shortly get off the air here and allow the national anthem and the announcing of the players to be played. So again, thank you so much for joining this broadcast. This is Chad Parrish with the Creative Edge. And again, we're going to be in for a good game tonight here between the Mineola Yellowjackets and the Quitman Bulldogs.
We ask that you, as a spectator, help slowly spread COVID-19 by 1, wearing a face covering at all times unless consuming food or drink. 2, maintaining at least 6 feet of distancing at all times from other groups and individuals outside your household. Number 3, washing or sanitizing your hands often and avoiding touching eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Now let's meet the lineup for the visiting Lady Bulldogs. Number 16, Addison Marcy. Number 3, Lindsay Hornaday. Number 5, Carter Spears. Number 6, Ashley Davis. Number 7, Brooklyn Marcy. Number 9, Casey Parker. Number 13, Lucy Brandon. Number 15, Haley Davis. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by Ashley Lingo and assisted by Allison Hitt. For your Lady Jackets. Number 1, Maddie Lovler. Number 9, Megan Anderson. Number 11, Jocelyn Whitehead. Number 12, Brittany Pickle. Number 14, Gracie Whitney. Your Lady Jackets are coached by Charlotte Stevens. Assisted by Taylor Chisholm, Taylor Wilson. Managers are Emily Wiley, Jessica Lynn, and Emily Collins. Now please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Please give all those supporters, fighters, a round of applause.
I cut that off a little bit earlier, but yeah, this being October, recognizing breast cancer and other cancers and diseases within our community. So Yellow Jackets will be wearing pink laces to honor that and to remember those who are struggling with those different illnesses. So definitely want to keep them in our thoughts and prayers as each of those families struggle with those illnesses. All right, so we'll get underway here. Quitman will serve to Mineola to begin this match here. Free ball back to Quitman's side. Brennan sets Davis. Davis through the block of Tajay and Fisher. Scores a first point for Quitman. This time Fisher sets Pickle in the backcourt. Pickle leading the team in kills so far this season. This time outstanding block by Whitehead at the net. Jocelyn Whitehead with an outstanding play there at the net. Scores the first point for Mineola. Anderson serving for Mineola. Free ball from Quitman back to Mineola. Anderson again. To Langford. Langford to Black. Tajay Black able to hit the ball off the block, the Quitman block there, to score Mineola's second point of the match. Anderson serving once again for the Lady Jackets. Brennan sets Davis once again. Davis off the block again from Miss Molly Fisher. Molly Fisher, just a sophomore, a bright young spot for this Mineola Jacket team with a solo block there. Tajay standing there in assist. Pickle this time set back to Pickle, trying to go cross court to avoid the block there, but just a little too strong on that play. Pickle hits that one out. Quitman scores their second point of the match. Davis now back to serve for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Davis a good hard serve. Anderson able to get the ball up. Free ball from Mineola. Brennan called for the double hit there. So Mineola will side out there. Molly Fisher making her way back to the service line. Again, in volleyball, the setters are asked to hit the ball simultaneously as they set the ball into the air, and if they off sync at all, there'll be a penalty, and that's what that double hit penalty was against Brennan. This time, one of the Mineola players was in the net. Looked like Valerie Garcia in the net for Mineola. So we'll get a little rules lesson here as the game goes. You're not allowed into the net or under the net. So referees can call that against either team. Brennan takes the ball over herself this time. Garcia sends the ball up to Fisher. Fisher will send it back to the Quitman side. Spears. Some free balls back and forth here. Hornaday that time with a great swing, but knocks it straight into the net to give Mineola their 5th point of the game. This is my only second game to call the Quitman Lady Bulldogs, so kind of get some names mixed up. I always get Spears and Hornaday mixed up, so I'm sorry about that. But this time to Spears. Marcy able to hit the ball from the back court to Mineola. Mineola unable to handle that, so Quitman with their 4th point. Little unusual point there for Quitman, but they'll take it. Now Maddie Pence back to serve for Quitman. Gardner in the back row able to get that ball to Fisher. And Fisher sets Garcia, and Garcia kills that ball into the court for Mineola's 6th point of the game. Garcia, senior for the Lady Jackets, has been playing for Mineola for quite some time. But on the offseason, Garcia put a lot of work in and has become one of the main players for Mineola this season. So thankful for her play so far this year, keeping the Lady Jackets in this district race. Pickle sends that serve long. Mineola now leads 6-5 here in this first set. Hornaday serving now for the Lady Bulldogs. Spears sets Marcy. Marcy. Good strong hit from the middle position there. Back to Davis this time. Whitehead to Fisher. Fisher sets Garcia out of the middle blocker position. Catches Quitman off guard. Scores a point there for Mineola. We got a couple different views here in the gym tonight since we're broadcasting for both teams, Quitman and Mineola. We'll try to switch back and forth between the two different views. Pickle with a good strong hit, but Quitman able to get that ball up. But Fisher there at the net to reject it back onto the Quitman side. Quitman unable to get the ball off the court, so Mineola takes their biggest lead of the match so far, leading 3 here in the first set. Davis with another good strong hit, but this time Fisher and Riley send that one back to the Quitman side. Mineola up 10-5 here. Coach Lingo wants to call a timeout and talk about this lead that Mineola is amassing here on their home court. Cosby Riley has been a new force for the Mineola Yellowjackets, just a junior, so we'll have Cosby again next season, but great block there. Her and Molly Fisher both teaming up at the net there. Cosby coming in off the bench quite a bit for the Yellowjackets, but always a strong player for the Mineola Yellowjackets when she's able to come in. Langford back to serve now for the Yellow Jackets after that timeout. Marcy this time with a tip. Pickle diving, able to get to that ball. Langford sends it over in 2. Brennan sets Davis once again. Davis off the block. Mineola has to send that over in a free ball. Brennan setting once again. Gardner digging that ball in the backcourt. Pickle to Whitehead. Whitehead gets the ball over for Mineola. Spears unable to decide what to do with that ball. Catches their teammates off guard, giving Mineola their 11th point of the match. So Langford serving again for Mineola, leading 11-5 here in set 1. Langford to Riley. Referee blows the whistle, calls that ball down. So Riley gets a kill there. Bloodworth back in, so Riley subbing out, Bloodworth back in. Black in for Gardner. Black getting out of the way for Langford. Back to Pickle. Pickle sends that ball over with a kill from the back court. So what was going to be just a free ball, Pickle is able to kill from the back court. Deep in the back right corner of the Quitman side of the ball. Difficult to get to. Diving attempt. Unable to get the ball up for her team. Gives Mineola their 13th point of the set. Spears this time sending it to the deep court. Bloodworth able to get that ball. Whitehead this time with the swing. Hornaday able to dig that ball for Quitman there. Bloodworth once again to Whitehead. Whitehead just tips the ball over the block into the empty part of the court in the middle there. Mineola up 14-6 here in set 1. Again, big game here between the Mineola Yellowjackets and the Quitman Bulldogs. Quitman having beat Mineola in 3 straight sets at their home place, Ballard Gymnasium in Quitman, Texas. So Mineola wanting to get a bit of revenge here, but also more than that, just trying to place themselves better in the district. Quitman comes in this game at 2-4 in the district. Mineola at 3-2. I believe Mineola was supposed to play a game this past Friday against Mount Vernon, but was called due to some COVID action. So we're coming out of timeout. Bloodworth serving for the Yellowjackets, up 14-6 here in set 1. This time serving deep for the Lady Jackets. Quitman cutting the lead now to 7. Marcy back to serve now for the Lady Bulldogs. Langford to Fisher. Fisher sets Black. Black tips the ball over that block. Pickle's able to get the ball to Langford. Takes off from the back row, but dumps it into the net. So good timeout there from Lingo, scoring the next 2 points after that timeout, cutting this lead now to 6. But Marcy sends one deep out of bounds on that serve, so Mineola gets a point there. Anderson will now come back to serve for Mineola. Little cut shot there by Quitman, but a diving effort from Pickle is negated with a outstanding hit by Spears to score the 9th point for Quitman. So now Davis back to serve for the Quitman Bulldogs. Mineola still leading here 15-9. We're still in the first set, game just underway. Hard serve again by Davis, able to get the ball up is Langford. Mineola just able to get a free ball over to Quitman. Spears doing the same for Quitman. Now Pickle with a hard hit into the block of Spears. Marcy this time to Brandon. Langford with a bad set, but Quitman unable to handle the ball, but eventually Spears gets the ball into a Fisher block, but it goes straight back into the Mineola court. So Quitman's able to win that rally there at the net. So good play by both teams. Another hard serve by Davis. Almost hit by Bloodworth, but just able to get her arms out of the way at the last second. So it will be a point for Mineola, up 16-10 here in set one. Molly Fisher, sophomore, now back to serve for Mineola. Through the hands of Marcy. 17-10 now here in the first set. Garcia this time. Looks like a younger Marcy. I'm not sure the numbers are all wrong. The libero for the Quitman Bulldogs. I believe that is the younger Marcy, Addison Marcy, playing libero tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Quitman over in two. Miley this time sets Pickle on the front row. Great dig there by Brooklyn Marcy. Tajay Black with a kill for the Mineola Yellowjackets. So Mineola now leading 19-10. Fisher serving still for Mineola. Marcy with a bad pass, wrong side of the net there, gives Mineola a free point. Brings this first one to 20, so Mineola first one to 20. Up 10 here, 20-10 in the first set. Garcia just tipping that one over for Mineola. Hornaday now doing the same for Quitman. Pickle able to get the ball to Fisher. Bad set by Fisher. Referee even calls a double hit against Fisher there. Quitman will win that point. Anderson able to get the ball up. Pickle swinging from the back row, but inside the antenna. There's two antennas on the net representing the sidelines, and you have to hit the ball inside of the antennas for it to count. That time it was between the antenna and the referee, so Quitman wins that point there, 20-12. Another double hit call for Fisher. Sometimes one of those calls can result in two or three more. You just kind of get in your head and start messing up. So 20-13 now. Quitman cutting this lead to 7, but giving it back there is Spears with that bad serve. Hitting it far to the left side there. And you're just needing 4 points here to secure this set win. Tajay Black from the center of the court. Quitman able to get the ball over. Fisher sets Pickle on the front row. Pickle over the block. Marcy diving for that ball, gets a hand on it, but unable to get it up for Quitman. So 22-13 now. Tajay Black still serving for Mineola. Tajay, a senior this year for the Mineola Yellowjackets. Fisher sets Garcia, but the ball is wide to the near court. So Quitman still has some hope here in set one. Madison Pence now back to serve for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Fisher sets Gracie Finley, who's checked into the game here. This time Fisher sets Pickle on the near side. Spears sets Marcy on the middle there. Ball rolls around on the Mineola side for a Quitman point. 22-15 now. Ball just sneaks its way over the net. Mineola able to get the ball back to the Quitman side. This time Spears sets Brannon. Anderson just getting the ball over for Mineola. This time Spears sneaks the ball over the net, catches Mineola off guard, scores the 16th point of the game. Now Tashara Stevens wants to call a timeout and talk about this after giving up Well, it looked to be 5 straight points there to Quitman. Quitman back in this game here. Down 6 points here in this first set. Still battling here in the first set. Mineola up 22-16 now. This is the second time through district play, so these teams two teams having already played one another. Quitman winning in 3 straight sets at Quitman the first time around. Both of these teams have quite a few district opponents left. They're battling for 4 spots, so 4 out of 6 spots in the district make the playoffs. So both of these teams still in it. Quitman desperately needing a win here to remain in that hunt. Mineola needing a win to stay in it and to improve their position. Straight out of the timeout, which has been the case all season long. Tashara coaches her team up well in timeouts, but Mineola scoring quickly out of that timeout. Great play there for Pickle. Pickle now serving for Mineola. Brennan sets Marcy. Marcy once again kills the ball for Quitman into the backcourt of Mineola. So 23-17 here. First one of 25 wins the set. Hornaday a little long on the serve there, so that will give set point for Mineola. Alyssa Langford, senior for Mineola, one of the most consistent servers on the team, now back serving for Mineola. Great serve between 2 of the Quitman players. Puts that ball down for Mineola, giving them set point. So we'll reset here. Go to set number 2. Mineola now leading 1-0 in set 1. So might be a little different, something that we're not used to, but typically in volleyball, after each set, the teams will switch sides. But in the COVID era pandemic that we're in right now, the teams actually remain on the same side the entire match long. So no switching of sides. Teams actually stay on the same side so they can sit in the same benches and not spread germs back and forth across the team. So Mineola and Quitman will be playing and serving from the same size each time. We got about 2 minutes left here before the second set starts. Getting all the rosters lined up. Both teams talking about how to make changes here for the second set. These teams familiar with each other, having played each other once again, but many changes taking place. Mineola making some adjustments from the first time they played around. Mineola able to win this first set, something they were unable to do the first time these two teams played. So Quitman knowing they can beat this Mineola Yellowjacket team now, coming out in the second set, regrouping, ready to do whatever it is they did the first go around and win this next set against Mineola. Bloodworth back to serve this second set now for Mineola. Brennan called at the net. I didn't exactly see what that call was, but the penalty against Quitman, giving Mineola the point there. Something to do with the set. This time Brennan sets Davis on a click. Mineola able to handle that. Marcy now tipping the ball over the block of Fisher. Able to sneak that ball into the court, so tied up here 1-1 in the second set. Fisher sets Pickle, who comes out with a cannon from the back row. Hits the ball into the back deep left corner of the Quitman court. Hornaday, doing the same thing for Quitman, just a little strong on that, giving Mineola their 3rd point of the match. Anderson continuing to serve here for Mineola. Little soft serve over the net. Tajay Black decides to send it back. This time Fisher does the same after Quitman's able to get it across by a diving attempt by Marcy. Fisher sends the ball back to Quitman where there wasn't anybody. So 4-1 now, Mineola leading. All caused by that serve of Anderson. Brennan back sets Davis, who hits the ball, I guess, just off the net there. So 5-1 Mineola. Mineola off to a quick start here like they were in the first set. So Quitman finding themselves trailing here 5-1 here in set number 2. Anderson continuing with that soft float serve, proving difficult for Quitman. Tajay Black swinging differently than she has all season long. Gets a kill there for Mineola. Tajay had struggled a bit during the previous games that I'd broadcast, hitting the ball into the net a lot, just trying to find her timing with these setters, but today swinging with a lot more authority and a lot better timing. Lingo calls a timeout for Quitman to talk about this 6-1 lead here in set number 2. Quitman, having already lost the first set, can't afford to lose this one as well, so definitely need to regroup here and figure out a plan going forward. Coming out of the timeout there, Anderson continuing to serve here for Mineola. Mineola leading 6-1. Let's see if Quitman has worked on anything that Lingo talked about during that timeout. Another strong hit by Pickle gives Mineola their 7th point of the match. Brittany Pickle, a senior for the Lady Jackets. This will be sorely missed next year, leading the team in kills, main part of the offense this season. So we've been thankful for Brittany Pickle's consistent offensive play here in Mineola. Anderson able to return that Davis serve. Once again, hard serve by Davis, but Pickle again showing her offensive prowess there, sending that ball off the net into the Quitman court for the 8th point of the set number 2 here. Fisher now serving for Mineola. Fisher being just a sophomore on the team again is a bright young spot for this team going forward. Great setter and middle blocker for the Mineola Yellowjackets. Anderson now going to show off Fisher there. Fisher setting Pickle on the outside. Great effort by Quitman, able to get to that ball, but to no avail. Unable to get it over the net. Lingo telling her team what she thinks, trying to regroup them to play harder against this Mineola team. Marcy to Brennan for Quitman. Whistled Brittany for being over the net. So that second ball, Brittany was arms over the net, interfering with the play of Quitman, so called for that penalty. So point to Quitman. Tajay Black now serving for Mineola. Marcy to Spears. Spears to Brennan. Brennan able to get that ball over to Mineola. Tajay Black able to pass that ball to her teammates off her face. And then Pickle able to put the ball down, but it was just out for Mineola, so out to the far left, giving Mineola a 10-4 lead here. Quitman cutting that lead to 6. Gardner in now with that dig from the back row. Sets Garcia once again from the middle position, and Garcia puts it down for Mineola, leading now 11-4 here in set number 2. Pickle back serving for Mineola. This time Pickle from the back row, unable to get it over the net. Dumps that one in the net for Quitman's 5th point of the match. But Quitman continue to make mistakes, not helping themselves. First serve out to the far left, giving Mineola the 12th point and a 7-point lead now. Number 8, Alyssa Langford, now back to serve for Mineola. Mineola returning the favor, which is an uncharacteristic mistake by Langford. Serves the ball into the net. So now Brennan back to serve for Quitman. Gardner passes it to Langford. Langford sets Pickle in the back row. Pickle just sends the ball over. This time Whitehead, that overpass by Quitman sets it up nicely for Jocelyn Whitehead at the net, and she tips it back into the Quitman side for the 13th point for Mineola. Bloodworth now rotating back around to serve for Mineola. We've had a series of miscues here in this second set. Lots of service errors. Bloodworth out far to the deep side, my right side, or Mineola's right side of the court. So 13-7 now. Quitman still in this second set. Black able to hit through the block of Quitman, and Quitman, Marcy diving, trying to recover that tip block, but unable to do so. So 14-7 now. Here in set number 2. Pickle just able to get a hand on that ball, so Bloodworth sends it over free. Great hustle play by Pickle. Brennan trying to catch him off guard again with the set and 2. Hornaday 2, Brennan. Brennan to Spears. Spears able to get that ball over to the Mineola side. Tajay Black just tips it over the block there. Bloodworth to Langford. Langford sets Pickle once again. Strong hit from Pickle. It looked like the ball was out, but the whistle is called by the down referee, calling one of the Quitman girls in the net. So Mineola will get a point from that after all. 15-7 now, set number 2. Caden Anderson back serving for Mineola. Spears over for Quitman. Tajay back to Quitman side. David this time jumping with a strong hit through the block of Mineola, but dug by Anderson. Bloodworth now to Langford. Langford back sets to Tajay Black, who catches the Quitman defense off guard. No block there, so she had an open court to get that ball down in. So 16-7 now. Mineola leads again. Tajay Black showing a new person here tonight. Tajay's always been able to jump and always been able to hit, but tonight putting it all together with great timing with Alyssa Langford there, resulting in another Mineola point. So here the timeout by Quitman. Mineola leading 16-7, having taken the first set 25-17. This is a best 3 out of 5 set match. District 13 3A matchup between these two teams. Mineola comes quickly out of the timeout here. Quitman continue to talk about what they're doing wrong and trying to fix some of these mental errors and mistakes that they're making on their side of the ball. Lingo continuing to coach her team up there for Quitman. That buzzer signifies timeout over. Quitman takes the court here. So 16-7 here in the second set. Mineola leading. Caden Anderson continuing to serve for Mineola. Let's see if Lingo is able to coach Quitman into a point here. The set is by Brennan. Just deep. Pence there hitting on the outside for Quitman there. Hits it a little deep for Quitman, so Lady Bulldogs now trailing by 10 here. Anderson serves once again for Mineola. Marcy able to dig that ball for Quitman. Kajay Black with a great dig of Davis's hit. Brennan to Pence once again. This time setter sets setter. Langford sets Fisher. Langford continuing to sets Pickle, but this time Pickle hits the ball out. So after that rally, Quitman wins the point there. So 17-8, Davis, who's been serving strong all night long for Quitman. Another strong serve from Davis off of the Bloodworth's arms. Got to get in front of that ball. Bloodworth just turning her arms to the side and ball skips off to it. Hard serve like Bloodworth. You got to be in front of that ball. Langford overpasses Quitman. Quitman Hornaday hits the ball over for the Bulldogs, scoring their 10th point of the game. Davis this time puts that ball in the net, so continuing to have service errors for Quitman continues to hurt this Bulldog team. Fisher now serving for the Lady Jackets. Catches Quitman off guard there. Brandon trying to pass to her setter, Spears, but unable to get it to her. This time Spears able to set Brennan. Brennan sends the ball over to Anderson. Fisher sets Pickle. Pickle off the block again, down into the Quitman court. So Quitman's block is there, just not quite high enough or over the net enough to block the ball back into the Mineola court. So Pickle able to power the ball through the block into the Quitman court for a Mineola point. Hornaday having some timing issues. Good hard hit, but out each time. Fisher continuing to serve here for Mineola. Spears sets Brennan on the back row this time. Tipped by Garcia at the net, but ball rolls into the Mineola court for Quitman's 11th point of the match. Or sorry, of the set. So we're in set number 2 here. Mineola leading by 10, 21-11 here in set 2. Pickle again hitting the ball hard into the hands of Brandon. Brandon trying to pop it up to herself, but just unable to do so. Ball falls to the court for the 22nd point for Mineola. Mineola leading here 22-11. Brady gets the ball to Spears. Finley this time pops it up to Pickle, but Pickle dumps it into the net. So back to a 10-point lead here for Mineola. Riley Weekly checking into the game for Mineola. Able to get in on the play there. Pickle another strong hit, this time from the right side. Mineola just needing 2 more points here in the second set to secure a 2-0 lead. Pickle now back to serve for Mineola. This time serve was deep by Pickle, scoring a point for Quitman. So more and more service errors this game. Seems to be the defining point of set number 2. This time Hornaday off of the net. Mineola able to get the ball up, and Jocelyn Whitehead with a strong swing there. Pickle this time gets the ball to Fisher. They set Pickle in the back row, but Pickle sends it wide left. So Quitman just needing 9 points here in the second set to tie it up. Hornaday back again to serve, jump serve for Quitman. Good hard jump serve. Davis at the net, sends it back to Mineola. Fisher's able to get it up. This time Whitehead again to Davis. Spears sets Brannon. Garcia once again there for the kill for Mineola to give them set point again here in the second set. So 24-14, Mineola with a 10-point lead in set number 2. Having already won set number 1, would have a commanding 2-0 lead here in this match. Langford with another good serve. Hornaday with the hustle. Brannon able to get that ball over for Quitman. Great hustle by the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. But all of it is for naught as Mineola wins the next point, securing set number 2. So Mineola now leading here 2-0. We'll reset here and start set number 3. Mineola having taken set 1 25-17 and now set number 2 25-14. Again, Quitman is not completely out of this game. Quitman having won the first go-around, the first matchup between these two teams 3-0, definitely has the understanding that they can beat this Mineola Yellowjacket team. They just have to begin to believe in themselves once again and communicate better and lessen some of these mental errors and unforced errors and mistakes from their team. Mineola playing an outstanding game here tonight. Probably one of the best games I've seen them play so far this season. Great communication all around the court, passing the ball well to their setters. Setters able to get the ball to their hitters, and for the first time so far this season, hitters seem to have very good timing with their setters, so not making many of the unforced errors that we've seen Mineola do so far this season that's hurt them in some of these matches, which is great timing for Mineola to be peaking here at the end of district season and heading into the playoffs. This Mineola team will definitely be a dangerous team to play in the playoffs. Again, lots of youth here on the Yellow Jacket team, but some good senior leadership to guide them into the playoffs. So as they continue to win these district matches, just sets them up better for the playoffs. Mineola playing Quitman tonight will now on Friday head to Harmony. Big game. Nobody's beaten Harmony yet in this district. Harmony with some pretty powerful players of their own. Very difficult team to beat both this Quitman and Mineola team in 3 straight sets. So be a tough contest Mineola has on Friday. But if you could make your way out to Harmony for that game, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. You'll want to turn around and come right back to Mineola for the Mineola and Pottsboro football matchup. It's going to be a great contest between those two state-ranked teams. Again, trying to decide the district layout for football. We'll be broadcasting that game live from Meredith Memorial Stadium, so if you're not able to get a ticket for that this week, definitely tune in Friday night for that football game. All right, so we're back underway here in the third set here. Quitman Lady Bulldogs taking on the Mineola Lady Jackets. Quitman this time off to a fast start. Marcy serving for Quitman, scoring the first point of the set. Fisher sets Tajay Black. He's able to get the ball to Quitman. Quitman's able to get that one over. Bloodworth goes back over and one. A miss pass by Bloodworth. Davis punishes him for that, scoring the second point of the set for Quitman. Bloodworth wanting to send a pass to her setter, Molly Fisher, at the net, but sending it over in one. Quitman's able to set up their offense, get that ball to Davis, who kills it into the center court of Mineola. Marcy sends that one deep for another service error. Mineola continuing to score points off Quitman on those service and unforced errors. But Mineola returns one right back to Quitman. Anderson dumping the ball in the bottom of the net. Quitman leading here 3-1 in set number 3. Quitman continuing to come out strong here in the third set. Mineola calling a timeout early on here in set number 3. Tashara Stevens wanting to put a stop to this rally before it even begins. So Quitman up 4-1 here in set number 3. Concerns Tashara enough to call a timeout and want to talk about their mental status here. Trying to get her team back in this game. Sometimes when you go up 2-0, you get a little lazy in your passes and your approach to the game. So Tashara wanting to bring her team back into focus. Tashara, a longtime successful coach in Alba Golden, taking the Alba Golden Panthers to many playoff appearances now, comes back to her alma mater here in Mineola to coach this Mineola Yellowjacket team. So we expect some great things from Tashara here in Mineola. So Quitman leading here 4-1 in set number 3. Davis with a good strong serve, tips the net and falls into the Mineola court. Quitman now leading 5-1 here in set number 3. Davis again with a hard top spin serve. Langford this time able to get the ball up. Black couldn't do anything with that set, but is able to get the ball over, and Marcy not able to get the ball to her setter. Scores the second point for Mineola there. So Molly Fisher now back to serve for Mineola. Trailing 5-2 here in set number 3. Lucy Brennan sends the ball to Spears. Spears to Pence. Pence able to get the ball over, and Mineola sends it back over and one. Pence hits the ball hard into the Mineola court. Marcy to Brennan. Brennan to Pence. Bloodworth now to Fisher. Fisher sets high, set to Pickle. Pickle's just able to get it over. This time Spears trying to go over quickly in one to catch Mineola off guard. Dumps it into the net. So long rally there by both teams results in a point for Mineola. Fisher back to serve for Mineola. Short serve, Marcy sliding to it. It's able to get the ball over. Brannon swinging from the back court. Gets that ball down for Quitman. So Quitman continuing to lead here in set number 3. Free ball by Mineola, so Quitman's going to see if they can do something with their offense here. A little unorthodox play there, but Mineola able to sneak it over the net. Quitman just not able to get it over the net, return it back over the net, so point to Mineola. Black checks out, Gardner checks in to serve here, so Jaden Gardner now serving for Mineola. Trailing 2. Good serve. Good hard serve by Gardner. Catches libero Marcy off guard, resulting in a bad pass back into the stands. So Mineola cuts that lead down to 1 now, but gives a point back to Quitman. So continued service errors for both teams here, giving away a lot of free points between the two of them. Pence now serving for Quitman. Gardner to Fisher. Fisher sets Garcia from the middle. Garcia, a good strong hit down. Quitman able to overpass it, trying to get the ball to their setter, but passes over the net, and Garcia finishes it off there at the net. Quitman continuing to lead here, but not by much. Pickle now serving. Marcy able to get the ball to Spears. Spears sets the other Marcy. Marcy able to get the ball over. This time Jocelyn Whitehead with a good strong hit. Spears sets Brennan this time. Pickle just able to get a hand on it. Cosby Riley back into the game. We haven't seen her since the first set, but able to get in the action there. Fisher sets Pickle from the back row. Lines judge calls it in. So Mineola ties it up here at 7 here in set number 3. Too close for me to tell there, but Lines judge calls that ball in. So Pickle serving now with the tie game. A little miscommunication on Quitman's side of the ball. Gives Mineola their first lead of the set here now, up 8-7. Pickle serving again. Marcy sets it to Spears. Hornaday just able to get it over. Fisher with a stab at it, gets it back to the Quitman side, but Quitman sets up their offense. Brennan to Marcy. Kills that ball into the near court of Mineola, tying the game back at 8. Hornaday now serving again for Quitman. Hornaday has a good top spin jump serve. Ooh, this time goes off the side of her hand, hits it too deep for an out serve, so another service error. Results in Mineola now leading 9-8. But once again, Langford, who, again, one of the most consistent servers for Mineola, knocks it deep for Mineola, tying the game back up here at 9. Brennan serving now for Quitman. Pickle from the back row. Brennan now sets Spears. Good hit into the Mineola side of the court. Fisher gets that ball over free for Mineola. Brennan sets Marcy, who's just able to tip the ball over. Will be another free ball opportunity for Quitman. Little rally back and forth here now. Pickle from the back row. Quitman continue to control that ball, gets it back to the Mineola side. Fisher this time sets Whitehead a little off the net. Gives Brennan an opportunity to set Davis. Davis swings hard into the Mineola block. Fisher and Riley there at the net, but unable to close that block. Ball goes off Riley's hands, out of bounds. Quitman now leading 10-9 here. Brennan continuing to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Langford with a tight set for Riley. Riley unable to do anything with it, giving Quitman another point there. So leading 2 here in in set 3. Bad pass by Gardner. Langford has to run that one down. Pickle just sends one free over to the Quitman side. Brennan sets Marcy. Marcy with a high tip. 2 Mineola players collide trying to get to that ball. Ball up to Pickle, but hit it deep. Brennan able to get 3 serves in a row here with no service errors, so 3 straight points for Quitman. Shows what a consistent serve can do. Brennan continue to set for Quitman. Spears with that ball over. Riley just tips it over. Marcy to Brennan. Brennan to Davis once again. Davis off the net, out of bounds, ending that rally for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. So Mineola will side out now with Bloodworth serving for the Lady Jackets. Quitman leading here 12-10 in the third set. Langford sets Black a little off balance there, a little behind her head, so unable to get the ball over the net. Marcy now back serving for Quitman. Good pass by Langford to Fisher. Fisher over to Black this time, who's able to get the ball through the block. So Black redeeming herself there on that swing set by Fisher. Pickle just able to take a stab at it there and get the ball up. Langford sending a free ball over to Quitman. Quitman just again a little miscommunication there. Unable to corral that ball. So Mineola cuts the lead down to 1 once again. 13-12, much closer game here in the third set. Coach Ashley Lingo for the Quitman Bulldogs was able to rally her team here in the third set to fight a little harder. Hornaday, again, just unable to get her timing down. hits that ball deep for Quitman, tying the game once again here in set number 3. Langford back sets to Black again. Tajay able to get that ball over this time. Bloodworth not able to get to that Quitman hit, sitting it over the Mineola bench. So Quitman leading again 14-13. So Quitman not going away here in set number 3. Davis again with a good hard topspin serve. Anderson able to get that one up. Tight set by Fisher. Pickle just able to poke it over. Hornaday this time choosing just to tip it over the block for a Quitman point. So Quitman now leading here 2 points in set number 3. Fisher again with another tight set to the net. And Pickle not able to do much with it. Ball's blocked over. Langford diving attempt. But Quitman scores 16-13 here. Tashara Stephen wanting to call another timeout. Again, trying to regroup this Mineola team to continue to stay focused. Mineola having taken a commanding lead in the first 2 sets, winning 25-17, 25-14. Now struggling here in the third set. Quitman leading pretty much the entire set long. Mineola coming back every once in a while to tie it up, but Mineola only having led 1 time here in this 3rd set. Seems to be just a focus issue here for the Mineola Yellowjackets. Have to get back to their gameplay. Tashar Stevens preaching just that to her team. Mineola looks like they'll be the first to come out of this timeout. Coach Ashley Lingo continue to coach up the Lady Bulldogs. Encourage them to continue to fight here in game number 3. Leading here with 3 points at 16-13. Davis continuing to serve now for Quitman. Mineola up 2-0 here in set number 3. Davis hits that one deep, but Bloodworth bails her out by hitting it up for Mineola, and now Quitman scores the point. 17-13 here. Davis again with a good, strong topspin serve. Davis a senior for this Quitman Lady Bulldog team. Another strong serve, Pickle unable to handle it. Now coming out of that timeout, Quitman up 5 here in set number 3. Bloodworth once again turning her body to the side, and Davis's topspin serve eating her up, unable to get that ball up for Mineola. Quitman now with a commanding 19-13 lead here in set number 3 off of this outstanding service by Davis. Davis this time putting a little too much into that ball. Dumps it into the net. Side out Mineola. Molly Fisher now back for the Mineola Lady Jackets. Serving with a 5-point deficit here in game number 3. Brennan this time to Spears. Spears to Pence. Pence able to get the ball over for Quitman. Anderson now with a free ball to Quitman. Hornaday now sends it over to Spears. Bloodworth now to Pickle from the back row. Marcy to Brannon, and then now a free ball from Quitman by Marcy. Tajay sends it to Fisher. Fisher again to Garcia. Garcia has been committed to that ball in the middle all game long and consistently putting the ball into the court for Mineola. So stopping that Quitman rally there is Garcia with the 15th point of the set for Mineola. Trailing 4 now. Will continue to see if Mineola can fight back here in set number 3. Tajay Black hitting the ball deep and out for Mineola. So Quitman first one to 20 here in set number 3. Up 5 points here over Mineola and serving. This time Garcia set but off balance, just able to get it over. Spears to Brennan. Anderson able to handle that ball. Ooh, untimely whistle by the referee. Calls a lift this time against Fisher. So Quitman now leading 21-15 here in set number 3. Having battled this entire set long. but don't speak too soon. Continued service errors by Quitman keeps Mineola in this set. So Mineola trailing here 21-16 here in set 3. Gardner just sneaks the set over the net. Quitman unable to do anything with it. So served there by senior Jaden Gardner. Sneaks one in there, 17-21 here. Mineola still trailing. Spears to Brennan, but Brennan unable to get the ball over the net. So now Mineola only down 3 here in set number 3. You can see how volleyball quickly can turn one way or the other. Momentum changes quickly in a volleyball match. Gardner with an outstanding dig from Marcy hit. Pickle off balance, hits that ball deep. Quitman will side out for point number 22. Pence now back serving for Quitman Bulldogs. Ooh, short floating serve. Pence able to just tip the tape on the net, dumps it into the court. Quitman now leading 23-18 here in set number 3. Fisher to Garcia once again. Results in a point for Mineola. Pickle now back serving for the Mineola Lady Jackets. Set to Marcy, but Marcy off balance, hits the ball way too high, sends it deep for Quitman. So Mineola once again back within 3 here. Tight game here in set number 3. Garcia with the block and the tip back over. Finley trying to go over in 2 to catch Quitman off guard, but hits it too deep. So now Quitman here in set number 3 with set point. First set point of the match. Great serve by Hornaday. Wins set number 3 to Quitman. So that win will force a set number 4 here. So we'll reset here for the 4th set of the match. Again, it's the first one to win 3 sets out of 5 wins the match here. All sets are played 2:25 except for the last set. The last set is only played 2:15, so crucial game here in set number 4. Mineola definitely wanting to close it out here and not force a set 5, but Quitman, only way they can win is to win it in 5. So both teams have a lot to win and a lot to lose here in this 4th set here. All right, so taking the court here in set number 4. Mineola serving first. Bloodworth serving for Mineola Lady Jackets. Quitman having a slight momentum edge here after winning set number 3. So Mineola will have to take a bit of that momentum back here by some solid play in the first part of this set. Mineola having led quickly all match long. went down early to Quitman in set number 3 and resulted in a win by Quitman. So Quitman also wanting to come out fast and strong here in the beginning part of the set. Quitman leading 1-0 here. Marcy serving that for the Bulldogs. Marcy with a pass to the net, but Brandon set her off balance, not able to get to it. Caden Anderson now serving for the Mineola Yellowjackets. Brennan to Pence. Pence back to Anderson. Anderson to Langford. Now from the back row, Anderson hits that ball over to the Bulldogs. Here's Davis once again. Off balance, ball behind her shoulder. Unable to get her shoulders around on that. Hits it deep. Sorry, that point was for Mineola, so it's actually 2-1 Mineola here. Now 2-2 is the score after Anderson serves the ball wide left. So set number 4, tie ball game 2-2. Davis now back serving for Quitman. Davis, if you remember in the third set, had a long string of serves for Quitman. Resulted in a rally, but not doing so here. First ball into the net, giving Mineola a lead here in set number 4. Fisher serving now for Mineola. Garcia at the net once again. Strong solo block there, sending that Brandon hit back to the Quitman side. So Mineola now leading 4-2 here in this fourth set. Hornaday with the tip over the block. Fisher there to cover. Set was to Pickle. Pickle with a cut there, trying to cut the ball inside the block, but not enough on it. Dips it into the net, so Quitman wins their third point of the set. 4-3 now is the score here. Quitman continuing to hurt themselves with those unforced errors at the service line, giving Mineola just free points for the match. So Mineola now leading here in set number 4, 5-3. Jaden Gardner checking in for Bloodworth, and Cosby Riley checking in for Tajay Black. Hornaday able to tip the ball over for Quitman. Pickle again swinging hard, but deep for the Lady Jackets. So Quitman hanging around here. 5-4 now is the score. Pence now serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Gardner to Fisher. Fisher to Garcia once again. Garcia just a little strong on that hit as well. Just didn't quite follow through with her arm swing. Hitting it deep there. Tie ball game 5-5. Gardner, another good pass to Fisher. Fisher to Pickle, but it's sent right back to her. Hornaday with a block there at the net. Ball sent deep to Anderson. Fisher sets Pickle again. Pickle able to get the ball just inside Marcy's arms on the block, and Hornaday unable to cover. So Mineola with the 6th point of the set off of that swing by Pickle. Pickle now serving for Mineola. Quitman having to work out some rotation issues. Marcy from the back row sends it straight over to Mineola's side. Fisher sets Garcia. This time Marcy at the net is able to hit it past Garcia's block. Pickle just gets it over. Marcy from the back row. Spears now sets Hornaday. Hornaday again just seems to be off balance tonight. Good hard hits, but just not able to get the ball into the court. So Mineola now with a 2-point lead. 7-5 here in set number 4. Whitehead able to get a hand on that one. Free ball for Mineola to the Quitman side. Setting Hornaday once again, just tipping it over the block, and this time Cosby Riley unable to get that ball up for Mineola. So Quitman cutting that lead down now to 1 point. Hornaday back serving for Quitman. This time choosing not to do her characteristic jump serve, but just a good hard topspin serve results in a point for Quitman. So Quitman tying it up here off the serve of Hornaday. Hornaday serving from the center of the court. Typically when she does her jump serve, serves from the right side of the court there. Another good hard diving serve for Hornaday. Handled by Mineola. This time the set is to Brennan. Point two Quitman though. One of the Mineola players was in the net. So Hornaday continuing to serve for Quitman. Into the net once again. Ties the game up there with that net cord serve. 8-8. Langford back serving for Mineola. Quitman able to get it over in 3. Langford now sets Pickle in the back row. Spears sets Davis. Davis to Gardner. Cosby Riley gets set. Awkward set by Langford, but Riley able to get the ball over, and Pence unable to handle it for Quitman. So Mineola gets a point there, leading now 9-8. Langford continuing to serve here for Mineola. Good strong serve there from Langford. Marcy catches the Mineola defense a little spread out and off balance and just dumps it into the middle of the court, tying the game up at 9. Brennan now serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Langford off the back row to Pickle. Pickle with a strong hit. Quitman struggling to get over, but just does in 3. Langford now to Riley again. This time Davis hits it up to Brennan. Brennan whistled for a double hit. Will give Mineola their 10th point of the set. So now it's Bloodworth's turn to serve here for Mineola. Short serve. Quitman able to get it up and over in 3. Pickle now to Langford. Langford sets Black. Black with a great hit for the Mineola Yellowjackets, giving their 11th point of the game. There's that timing and powerful leaping ability by Black to get that ball down. Again, impressive tonight. Like to see her continue to grow in that way, especially as Mineola continues through this district and into the playoffs. Tajay Black will be a dangerous weapon for this Yellow Jacket team if she can get that timing down. Davis, a strong, powerful hitter for Quitman, senior for Quitman, able to power that one through the block, keeping Quitman in this game. And in volleyball, that's all you got to do is just hang around. 11-10 here, Mineola leading in set number 4. Marcy serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Fisher sets Black again on the outside. Able to get that ball just inside the antenna. Caden Anderson back serving for Mineola, leading 12-10 here in set number 4. Spears this time able to get the ball down for Quitman. Brennan only had one option there at the net, set Spears, and Spears able to get it down. Davis now serving again for Quitman. Anderson able to get the ball up there on the dig. Pickle with a free ball over. Brennan sets Pence. Blocked by Fisher. Pence once again gets the ball over for Quitman. In the confusion, Pickle ends that rally with a hit into the far side of the Quitman court. No one at the net to block Pickle, so Pickle just able to choose where to place that ball and sends it where no one was. So Mineola now leading 13-11 here in set number 4. Molly Fisher serving for Mineola. Now that's the Hornaday that we saw against Winona the other day. Good leaping ability and very strong swing. Kills that ball for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. So Quitman again just hanging around here in set number 4, still trailing just 1 point. Spears serving now for Quitman. But Pickle continuing to extend that lead for Mineola, hitting from the back row there. able to punch that one through to the back row of Quitman, get the ball down. So Mineola leading 14-12 here. Jaden Garner back serving once again for Mineola, but leaves that ball short. So Quitman will continue to hang out and hang around in this game. So 14-13 now. Madison Pence now back serving for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Short serve catches Fisher off guard. Fisher not able to get that one up high enough for Garcia to get it over. So Quitman ties this game up. So set number 4, we're tied 14-14. Mineola leading 2 sets to 1. But with the win here, Quitman will tie it up and force a decisive game 5. So Quitman leading here now 15-14. Pence continuing to serve. This time Marcy able to get the Garcia hit up. Garcia once again killing that ball to the near side court for Mineola. Garcia has become a very dependable person from that middle blocker position for Mineola. Consistent on both defensive and offensive plays. Garcia, a key piece to this Mineola team. Whitehead getting that one up, but Mineola just unable to get the ball over the net. So Quitman will jump back up into the lead here. Davis checking back in for libero Marcy. Hornaday serving for Quitman. Probably bailed out there. Ball looked deep again, but Pickle sticking her arm out there gives Quitman the point. 17-15 now. Hornaday been struggling with her serve and her hits tonight, hitting the ball deep each time. Leading 17-15 now. Tashara Stephen calls a timeout once again to talk about this important set number 4. So as you can see here, Mineola leading or winning decisively in both game 1 and game 2, but struggling in set number 3, losing 25-20. And now you find us here in set number 4, trailing Quitman 17-15. Quitman wins this set. It will force a decisive game 5. Exactly what Quitman wants, but not what Mineola wants. Mineola wants to close this match out here in set number 4. Quitman having won the first matchup between these two teams at Quitman 3-0. So Quitman now able to force a set number 4 here, and winning here in set number 4 could create a pretty exciting game 5 later on. But out of that timeout, Hornaday serves the ball deep, so Mineola will score that point. Garcia now checking out, Langford checking in, serving now for Mineola, down 1 point to the visiting Quitman Bulldogs. Langford dumps it into the net. 18-16 Quitman. Remember, first 1 to 25 wins the set, so not far away. There's a set victory here for Quitman. Brennan now back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Winning 18-16 here. Short serve by Brennan. Pickle gets the ball over. Hornaday too confusing there for Quitman, but Hornaday able to get the ball over once again. Pickle pushes the ball over to the backside of Quitman. Tight set by Brannon, but Spears unable to battle at the net with Whitehead there. Whitehead able to force the ball over for Mineola's 17th point, trailing still 1 point here. Bloodworth now back to serve for the Mineola Lady Jackets. Difficult ball for Spears to handle. Ties the game up 18-all here in set number 4. Bloodworth serving for Mineola, tied 18-18. Important point here as we go forward. Brennan sets Spears. Spears able to get it to the Mineola side. Free ball by Pickle, just pushes it into the Quitman court. Set Davis. Davis coming through for the Quitman Bulldogs. Powerful hit from that outside position straight into the middle court of Mineola. So Quitman now leading here 19-18. (19-18) here in set number 4. Marcy serving for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Langford able to get this ball up to Fisher. Fisher sets Pickle in the back row. Blocked by Pence. But off their hands to the left side. Davis unable to handle that ball. Ties it back up now at 19. So set number 4 proving to be an exciting set just like set 3. Tight game here between these two volleyball teams. Quitman called for a lift. Will give Mineola a lead here. Coach Ashley Lingo calls a timeout to talk about these next few points, which are very crucial for this game. Mineola now leading 20-19 in set number 4, only needing 25 points to win the set and the match. Quitman needing the win here in set number 4 to extend this to a set number 5. So Mineola once again wanting to end here in 4, Quitman wanting to extend to 5. So great battle here back and forth between these two teams. So Friday, Mineola will be traveling to Harmony to play the Harmony Lady Eagles, again undefeated in district play so far. And Quitman will be traveling to, no, actually it's a home game against Chapel Hill, who are from Mount Pleasant. So both games, big games for both of these teams. Again, if you're able to make it out to either one of these games, you'll definitely be entertained, and huge games in our district. We come out from that timeout. Mineola leading by 1 here. Brennan sets Pence, but Molly Fisher at the net. Solo block by Molly Fisher. Wins a decisive point for Mineola coming out of that timeout. 21-19, up 2 points here in set number 4. A meeting of the captains at the net here. 21-19, Mineola leading by 2 here in set number 4. Captains must be the ones who address the referee. Coach or any of the players on the team are not allowed to address the referee. So referee explaining to Molly Fisher the rules and to Brandon, and they both go back to their teams and explain the ruling there. Mineola continuing to build the momentum here in set number 4. Ashley Lingo having to call another timeout, now trailing 3 points in set 4. Quitman's going to definitely have to come out of this timeout strong to overcome this mounting lead by the Mineola Yellowjackets. I'm sorry you missed that whole last series. I keep leaving my banner up, so I'll switch back to the scoreboard after this timeout. Volleyball games, it's by myself. I'm broadcasting and producing this entire thing, so I forget sometimes, so I do apologize for that. So we'll switch back to the scoreboard here as we come out of the timeout here. Mineola leading 22-19. So Quitman after their second timeout here in set number 4, hopefully able to draw something up here to stop this momentum from the Mineola Yellowjackets. Caden Anderson serving for Mineola. Pence just able to get that ball to Brennan. Brennan able to get it up to Pence. Over in 3, but Pickle setting up the Mineola offense there, and Pickle's able to kill that ball into the Quitman side of things, and Pence unable to handle it, giving Mineola an even larger lead now here in set number 4. So 23-19, Caden Anderson continuing to serve for the Mineola Yellowjackets. Brennan sets Davis, and Davis off of the block of Pickle and Fisher dumps that ball into the Mineola court, so breathes life back into these Quitman Bulldogs. Davis now serving, who had a long rally of serves in set number 3. senior leadership for Quitman, serving here 23-20. Able to get that serve across the net. Referee whistles Quitman once again for Pence, looks like being in the net. No, sorry, Spears being in the net. So just deciding match point here for the Mineola Lady Jackets, up 24-20 here in set number 4. Mineola wins this point. It will be the end of the match. Spears going over into Pickle, able to get that ball up for the Lady Jackets. Tajay Black with a strong hit for the Lady Jackets, but Quitman able to get that ball back over to Mineola, but it is out. So Mineola is able to win this game, this set number 4, and winning the match in its entirety. So that is a 3-1 win there for the Mineola Lady Jackets, able to overcome the Quitman Lady Bulldogs here in this 13-3A matchup. So that will bring Mineola to a 4-2 record, having 2 losses in the district season so far, 1 to the undefeated Harmony, which they'll take on Friday night, and also to these Quitman Lady Bulldogs, who they lost to the first time around district. This will bring Quitman to a 2-5 record, having beat Winona and Mineola the first time through the district. Will now travel on Friday to Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. So almost must-win games now for Quitman Lady Bulldogs, but Mineola setting themselves up well in this district. A win Friday night would be outstanding here for the Mineola Lady Jackets, could even tie them up for a first-place spot. So big game in Harmony on Friday night. If you're free, definitely make your way out to Harmony to cheer on these Lady Jackets, but also make your way back to the Mineola Meredith Memorial Stadium for our contest against the Pottsboro Cardinals. So again, this is Chad Parrish with the Creative Edge. Thank you for tuning in tonight and joining us for this broadcast. We will be back Friday night live from Meredith Memorial Stadium for the kickoff at 7:30 against the Pottsboro Cardinals. Again, big-time district implications there. 2 state-ranked teams. Definitely won't be a game that you'll be disappointed in watching. Very much like the game last week against Mount Vernon. Be 2 strong teams going head-to-head against one another, so definitely want to make sure you tune in.